Today is June the 23rd, 2026. I was kind of just wanting to go over this July the 2nd thing I've got going on. I think right here is probably the... So, I'm connecting this whole thing to the LaGuardia plane crash on March the 22nd. That was flight number 8646, which reminds you of James Comey 8647. The reason a plane crash is so important is because Comey posted that 8647 that exact amount of days after 9/11/2001. So, big on the number 102. And we got this guy, LaGuardia, dying with 102 days left in the year. Not to mention he's 64. This, 8 times 8, 64th composite 88. So I noticed from that plane crash to his death date is 182, which is a number I've really been studying a lot. And from his birthday to the plane crash, 102 days. I don't think that's a coincidence. So I'm noticing March the 22nd to July 2, which leaves 182 days in the year. It's 102 days. Like 14 plus 88. The racist stuff. So yeah, that would make 6 mercurial years on the money for Trump to be in office. Let's see what else we got over here. Yeah, it's just showing his birthday. And yeah, in Latin, in the big Latin cipher, I don't know how to say his name, but LaGuardia's name equals Latin 88 with a 563. And you know what else equals that in the same cipher? National Socialism. What a coinky dink. So yeah, 528, that's 6 mercurial years for Trump to be in office on July the 2nd. 6 times 88, 528. That's the 32nd triangular number, where the 32nd prime number is 131. And the 131st triangular number is 8646, like that plane crash number on 322. Yeah, I'm just talking about the 88 mercurial years. And I didn't know this about LaGuardia. I guess he flew planes. That's probably why the airport's named after him, I'm assuming. So, the plane was leaving Canada and coming to New York, and it was leaving this airport, which is named after this guy, who was the 15th Prime Minister of Canada. And look at there. From my prediction date to his death date, 88 days. Undeniable for me, I mean. And from Trudeau's birthday to 7/2, you get that 209 again. And look, when I go to the Canada airport thing, the very first number they list is 209 with the public transit access. Because Dylan Storm Roof is 209 in Ordinal. And I noticed Church Shooter equals that dude's name. And you know what? I just clicked on a 161, 190. I think it was this one, actually. No, it was 160, 191. Isn't that assassinate? Assassination. Sure is. Yeah, Romper Stomper is Russell Crowe, played a skinhead. And by the way, the last Rhodesian, I guess that's how you spell it, that was Dylan Roof's website. That's 457 in the prime cipher, the 88th prime. But yeah, Russell Crowe, he just played in that UFC movie, The Beast or whatever, right? Released 666 days after Trump's birthday. Yeah, I need to look into this because I haven't seen this movie. So is that the name of the film? The Romper Stomper? Or maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I need to look into that. But yeah, just think about it, man. The whole man, this is so connected to the Civil War in Lincoln, dude. It's just insane. And look at Trudeau's full name and keypad. That 209 again, like Dillon Storm Roof. Trudeau 102 in Kabbalah. And yeah, a couple people mentioned the USS Abraham Lincoln is out and about. And did you not see the NASCAR thing the other day with I don't know if it was an aircraft carrier, but it was some sort of naval ship with a big old 70 on it. Huge 70 on it. And in Hebrew, NASCAR 70, which I've learned that's very connected to flying and assassinations. Let's see here. His death to 9/11, the 70th prime number. Yeah. What are the chances? And then from when Comey posted the 8647, they indicted him 349 days later. And the USS Abraham Lincoln 182, July 2nd, leaves 182 days in the year. That 182's been off the chain. I don't know if I finished that up. I think I did. So look at all these mercurial years. You know, you got to have 88 Earth days to make a mercurial year. So I'm just showing, you know, he's got a little plus sign right here, which is probably a Templar's cross. But yeah, 14 plus 88 is 102. I had July the 18th picked out, 88 days after flight 8646, and Trump retires as Air Force One. You type out Roman numeral 1488, it equals Air Force One, and it crisscrossed with Alabama. And it might be a crisscross in ordinals as well. But yeah, and 16 and the tower cards reminded me of Abraham Lincoln, like 8 plus 8, 16, 88, the Civil War and all that crap. But yeah, 103 mercurial years, and 102 mercurial years would land on April the 5th. And I'm trying to rack my brain what happened on April the 5th, because I know something happened that day, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, 103 mercurial years. I was about to look in my history for 103, just in the 4 base. But yeah, from September 11, 2001 to Comey, 8647 days. From the birth of Dillon Roof, his actual birth, to Trump's birthday, 3 days before he shot up the church, 88 mercurial years on the money. And then you got Trump time in office, 6 mercurial years. So there's a lot of Mercury stuff going on. And isn't Mercury 349 in the prime cipher or no? Pretty sure it is. Oh, there's the 103, dude. Shut up. And an 86. Now it's ringing a bell. Because usually when I get an 86, I get a 103. Damn, that's crazy. Wow. But yeah, 349 in the prime cipher, this 70th prime number. Dude, I really don't think I'm wrong on... And this too, 1460. $14.60. You know, you're just shifting it by one space. Mercury 70. Man, I don't think I'm wrong on this one. I could be though, because I've been wrong as hell lately. Let me finish, man. July the 2nd is just screaming at me. Now we're taking Avgad again. You're taking standard, you're shifting it by one space to the left. The tower 1391, reverse it. The tower 1271, reverse Avgad, Dillon Storm Roof, forward Avgad, Donald John Trump. Just, I don't know how I ain't getting no likes on Facebook, but that's the way it is. You know, I've already showed this. Dillon Storm Roof equals the 2nd of July, where in this cipher LaGuardia equals Adolf Hitler. And I noticed plane crash equals Adolf Hitler in Fibonacci 551. 551, know what I mean? I was just watching oh my gosh, who's Decoding Your Reality, I think. He was talking about that plane crash when Carter died. I think it was a Korean plane crash. But yeah, I was measuring from that 551. That's Adolf Hitler in plane crash. In Fibonacci, let me go ahead and just show that real quick. And I got a reverse Fibonacci. I don't have it pulled up, but I wonder. And another good cipher to, if you're into Fibonacci, and also when you start Fibonacci sequence out with 9 and 11, you'll reach 911 with Fibonacci. 9 plus 11, you know, and then you go 11 plus 20, etc. You'll reach 911. I'm having a brain fart here. Joshua Hokett. Wow, that's weird. Plane crash, Adolf Hitler. Yeah, how weird. Michelle Obama is a man in the prime cipher. 457, the 88th prime number. In primes, a man, 88. Wow, isn't that awkward? Anyways, let me finish up real quick. I don't want to take everybody's time up. So don't forget Dylan Storm Roof and Ordinals 209, like Yale, Skull and Bones, and Avgad. Don't forget the order of the Skull and Bones and Avgad is 322, just like it is in Albam. When you type out Air Canada Express Flight 8646, it's 322, just like the order of the Skull and Bones crashed on 322. There's some more 1488s. Let me see them real quick. Did I hit record? Yeah. I know in Sumerian, President Donald Trump is 1488. So you just take ordinal and multiply it by 6. But yeah, televised rituals. I mean, explosive laden drone. Wasn't that at the UFC thing? Were they trying to kill Trump? Oath Keepers, 1488. I'm sure that's a quinky dink. Ultimate Fighting Championship. I'm sure that's a quinky dinky too. God. Jazz Aviation, which is what crashed 8646. The 11th of September, just like President Donald Trump, 1488. The White House, 1488. Just like explosive laden drone. Wow, how awkward. Yeah, I noticed Britney Spears. You know, she's 201. And something about kitchen knives. What was it? I think maybe it was 201. Yeah, it was. You know, when she had that thing with them kitchen knives. There's more to that. That's going to be the 162nd composite is 209, correct? Yep. So there's more going on with this whole 209 thing, for sure. And notice the tower, Trump, 88. Just switch out the rows of numbers, man. It's so easy. I feel like I got more stuff on here. I can't remember if I showed this or not. The resolution for independence in reverse standard. I'm trying to remember if I showed this or not. When's my last video on this? 2 days ago. I bet I did show this. Maybe not. Damn, I got a bunch of stuff in there. Let me just show it just in case I didn't. You know, this is what they called July 2nd, the revolution. Let me do it like this. The resolution for independence. Did it just quit moving on me? Trump dies in airplane crash, 4956. I think in standard, 8647, and then you switch out the 2 rows of numbers, that will equal Trump dies in airplane crash. But I might be wrong. I can't remember. But I got it somewhere on one of my videos. But yeah, Trump 88 dead, 1488. Trump dead, 102. And of course you got, you know, when we became a country, that was 102 date numerology on July the 2nd. Yeah, and I think I did show this. And Trump dead in airplane crash is 250. That'd be 250 years. Own the money for the country. Did I put any? Yeah, Trump dead. You got that 209 there. I think that's really all I really wanted to cover. But yeah, I got more stuff, but I just need to get it all together. I don't remember if I showed that one. I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember. I can't keep up. But yeah, you can see how Air Force One and 1488 are crisscross. 14 plus 88, 102. And then the war to Lincoln's death, 209 weeks, 1 day. From July 2 to the 1-year anniversary of Charlie Kirk is 70 days, where he got shot 88 days after Trump's birthday. Yeah, that's all I got for now. And about the reflecting pool, don't forget, in reverse standard, 11th of September equals airplane crash. That stupid reflecting pool in front of Lincoln Memorial, right next to the 8647 thing in the grass. Don't forget that reflecting pool's at the National Mall. In reverse standard, National Mall equals plane crash. It's going down soon, I'm telling you. I really think July 2nd could be it. It's just too freaking connected to Dillon Storm Roof and this 1488 and this 8647. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong on several dates, so it's hard to say. If it don't happen on July the 2nd, then we definitely going to get something connected to it for sure. Just like on June 18th, 88 days after that plane crash, he retires Air Force One. And then the next day on June 19th, the racist day, whatever, boom, they're going to give him that. They showcase the new plane. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Don't forget, this church shooting happened 209 days after Joe Biden's birthday. Renee Good's full name is 209, just like Dillon Storm Roof in Ordinal. And that happened 209 days after Obama's birthday, or it might have been 209 days before his birthday with Renee Good. Renee 88, Renee Good 88. Her full name 209, just like Dillon Storm Roof. Yeah, the preacher that he shot. Let's go to that real quick. I think he was 209 days, wasn't he? I keep forgetting to mention that. Yeah, don't forget Dillon is 70. Charleston church shooting. Yeah, I should have already had this pulled up. I wonder what racial hatred equals. I'm not going to be able to find it, but yeah, the preacher to that, I could have sworn it was 209 days. I should have already had this pulled up. Oh, I need to look into that. This right here, the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing. Where is the preacher? Anyways, if you measure from the preacher, here it is. The church's pastor, I think it's him. Yeah, it was him. All right, June the 17th to July 30. I can just click that button. Let's go to 2016. It was something. What was it? Oh, it was 322 days. Screaming at you like Skull and Bones. I could have sworn it was 209, but 322 is even better. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, that's all I got for now. Yeah, really watch out for July the 2nd. Decoding Your Reality is really making good connections to tomorrow. If you haven't looked at his channel in that latest video, I'd go check it out. All right, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll try to catch you on the next one. And yeah, July 2nd. I'm not going to be able to quit looking at this date until it gets here, for sure. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.